Now, the MyCLSS systems bring you by default to the project details page. And in there you can see some of the project information. You see that there's an endorsement block section that is empty for now, and it will be available when you add survey documents to your project. And you see a link, a bunch of e-edition links that appears under your project details. These are the e-edition links that are pertinent for the type of survey you've selected. And you see at the bottom that the file that you've uploaded, you can still see that file, but you don't have the option to delete that file. If you want us to remove that file from the project there, the clue, the SGB clue, have the option to remove that from your project. Can you bring the Word document there, Brent, so I can explain a little bit about the project and the survey plan type? Because the MyCLSS, the way we've organized MyCLSS is this way, is that we create a surveyor requests survey instructions at the project level. We create a project, and the project is consists of a type of survey, so an official plan or a registration plan. So it's very broad at the project level. If you request survey instructions amendment, that will take place at the project level. And for each one of a project, you can add survey documents underneath. So in a registration plan, you can add a full survey, partial survey, or no survey, or field notes only. So these are different type of survey documents that belongs to a project. For each one of the survey documents, there's one set of signature blocks that will be added to the project detail page, and you will have to create one checklist per survey document. Basically, one checklist per Mylar. Okay, and you can add as many survey documents as you want inside a project. So that gives a little bit more flexibility to each one of the surveyor as to how they want to build their projects. If we go back to the MyCLSS page there, and we go back to the project detail, the main page, you'll see a bit this structure. Now you see that we just created a webinar test here. The project has been assigned, and instructions are being requested. So the status is instructions requested. On the right there, the button is disabled, so you cannot add any new survey document at this point because you need survey instructions to do that. If you go on the left, you see that the project number is an hyperlink. All the text in blue is always an hyperlink that will bring you somewhere on the site. Clicking on the project number will always bring you back to the project details page where you see the information we just saw. And as you add survey documents to your project, you will have the endorsement blocks are going to be added to this page there. So at this point, really, you're waiting for survey instructions to be issued by the Surveyor General Branch. And I'm going to do that now, right now on my side here. I'm going to access, so this is not visible to you, but so I'm accessing the project now, and I'm going to issue survey instructions on that project. Okay. Now, survey instructions are issued, and probably at this time you are logged out. So when you're going to log back into the system, so we'll just do a screen refresh to mimic a log out and a log back into the system. So by doing a screen refresh, you'll see that the status is now changed to instructions issued. And a date appeared under the status. If you click on that date, these are your instructions. You'll be able to view a PDF copy of your instructions.
But Martin,
and in there,
Martin,
yes,
maybe it's important to mention you also receive an email.
Correct. At this point, yes. When Surveyor General Branch issue the instructions, you receive an email saying that your instructions are ready, so you can log back onto MyCLSS, and you will be able to access your instructions. If you scroll at the top, Brent, the file reference, your file that you put there, and what the field called again, at the very top, yeah, your file. So this is where when you input your file number, when you requested your instructions. So that's right there on the PDF printout of your survey instructions. So you have your instructions, you're ready to go and do your work, and so that's what you do. And when you now, if you have any questions at this time, you call your clue as to what survey documents is required for that type of for that project. But you may want to go out in the field. In the case of official survey, at this point you don't know if you're going to create a plan and field notes, or you're going to create field notes in plan form, or in a plan in separate in plan form, but separately. So you don't know that ahead of time. You'll know that when you have all the information in hand, and when you'll do your plan. You'll be able to see what type of survey documents you create. In the case of registration plans, it's a bit different, but still the same principle applies. Just another thing here, on the left there, you'll see that there's little squares, and this little square has a minus sign, meaning there's nothing under your project. Your project is only at the instruction issue stage. You didn't add any survey documents to it. If you click on the plus sign below the other project, you'll see that when you add a survey document, now you can see your survey document under your project. It's a little bit the structure that I was describing in the Word document below. So if we go with the project 2010-11-26, you're at the point where you want to add a survey document to your project. So you create a new survey document, and you will be going on the Create New Survey Document page there, where again you see some project information, and now you have two fields there where you can add survey document information. There's a drop-down list here that allows you to make a choice, and that choice is based on the survey type that you received instructions on. So in this case, it's a registration plan. So these are the survey document types available for a registration plan. If we take a full survey, for example, and the system wants you to provide a name that is meaningful for you for a full survey document. So you type in any name you want. This is going to be for your own reference. So we've tried to personalize the site as much as possible, so it means something to you, and not just only us or ACLS. So would you just type in anything, Brent, there? What the system is doing now is that when you do that selection of a full survey, we're creating a relationship with the ACLS to the proper checklist for that full survey. Okay, so now if you click the little plus sign, you see that a survey document got added to your project, and you see the survey document name, which is the name you just described. The document type, this is what SGB is using and ACLS is using, and then you get checklist name. At this point, the checklist name is add a checklist, and it's an hyperlink that will allow you to add a checklist. Once you've created a checklist, the name of your checklist will be reflected back there, and then we will be using the milestone information at the bottom that I will show you in a minute. Then after that, you have the field for checklist number. When your checklist number will be finalized, it will be reflected back here. And the same for the CLSR plan number. When the CLSR plan is going to be recorded and assigned the CLSR number, it will be reflected here. And when the plan is going to be made available online, this number will turn into an hyperlink, and you will be able to access your plan without any further research. Underneath these numbers, you have a set of milestones, which is CLS Professional Review, CLS Finalization and Submission, and SGB Final Submission Review. These milestones are going to be used to provide you with an update of where your project is at any time. So you can log out from the system at any time, and you can use these milestones to navigate back to either the checklist application or to obtain information as to where your project is at with SGB, the Surveyor General Branch.